Hello everyone, I'm Leanne and I run dorkyplannergirls.com. I thought I would show you guys how I'm setting up my Hobonichi Techo Original. I do already have a Hobonichi cousin, which I have already put the tabs on. So I thought I would show you how I put them on. However, the original Techo is much, much smaller than the cousin. I will quickly remove it. I have had it out already, just have a quick look. I couldn't wait. And that's the little booklet that comes with it this year. But as you can see, it's a much smaller book. It's actually an A6 size, so you could fit two of them on the A5. And when I was designing the tabs originally, I was designing them for the cousin. And I didn't know I was going to be weak and buy another Hobonichi. So obviously the ones that are on this one are the pastel ones. That's the ones that I chose for the cousin. I put both sets on in pastel. So what I've done instead, this is the rainbow version, is, here we go. So you wouldn't be able to fit the entire year on. So I've made a smaller version that is specifically designed for the original planner. We should be able to get all of them on, at least for the yearly bit, I'm hoping. We will find out. I have literally just designed and printed these, so this is going to be my test to see if it works. I'm really hoping it does. And then of course I'll be putting the Midori cover on afterwards, once I've finished setting everything up. So let's move these out of the way. And I've also got some stickers and things that I want to put on the front, but I shall just move them up there for now. And do I want the tiny pastel or the rainbow? I'm a pastel girly at heart, but I think because I've got the pastel ones on the other planner, oops, I am going to have the rainbow ones on here just so I can enjoy both types. So my favourite way of putting on tabs has always been to start from the back. I've seen two ways of putting tabs on. People either put them on so you flip to the first of the month. Let's have a look here. There we go. So people will either put them so that when they pull the tab down, the first is there. Other people will put them on the page before, so when they flip using the tab, the first is there. So it depends on which side you like, whether you flip open and over, or whether you just flip and open and holding the tab. I tend to do the latter, so that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to ignore these two at the moment. They're just extra for notes or something important if there's a special page, but we'll just start with December for now. Now I did design these so they have a white line, and as I said before, because I made the other ones for the cousin, the white lines on here are a little bit smaller. So I mean, you could absolutely use the larger size ones in the original, but I think that the smaller tiny tabs were going to work better. So first thing I need to do is decide whereabouts I want the first one. That's the hardest bit. It's just placing down the first one. Now I put the little white section on because I wanted to line up with the edge of the page there, and I think that seems to help most people from the reviews that I've seen. Now this is important because I've done this in other planners. Make sure that you have only got one page. I have accidentally stuck two pages together before and it was a nightmare to get off. So because they have a little section that goes in, they're pretty easy to just fold along and just press down and then pinch the tab together. And there you go. We have our first tiny tab. So the next thing I will do is I'll pick up November, and we will go and find the 1st of November. Have a look here. almost there. So what I try to do is to push the page down so that we can see roughly where the last one ended, and try and line it up with the edge of the page, just like that. And again, double check double check that you've only got one page. It is such a pain in the bum when you realise that you've just stuck 2 pages together, and they're a little bit difficult to get off, especially with the Tomo River paper, because it is so thin and gorgeous and lovely to write on, but it does tear quite easily if you're a little bit more rough with it. So this is the 1st of October, and we're just going to keep lining the pages up, trying to make sure they're as straight as possible. There we go. And it's important to remember as well with your planner, it doesn't really matter if your tabs are ever so slightly wonky. Nobody's going to question you about it. The main thing is trying to make your planner easier for you to use, and I really feel like tabs make it easier to find the page that I'm looking for, and I kind of just like the way that they look when they're done as well. And the thing that I made sure with our tabs is I have laminated them with a matte lamination film. It's the same stuff that's on our sticker books, or reusable sticker books, and that's just to make sure that the print is protected a little bit. It does make them sturdier, so the tabs should look good by the end of the year, because they're not just normal sticker paper which can fold and bend quite easy, but these are a little bit tougher than just standard sticker paper. And we will go all the way to the 1st of August. There we are, still lining them up, and I can see a little bit of white on that one. Have I misplaced you ever so slightly? I have. Okay, that's okay. We are just going to very gently lift. Now, I would only really recommend gently lifting your stickers up if it's been recently placed. If they've been on there a month or 2, it might be better off just leaving them. A little bit of white space is not the end of the world, but you don't want ripped pages and dodgy looking tabs like this one may well be. Oh no, it's worked. Let's have a look. Yes, I'm much happier with the gap there. So now we need August. I've always said that everything looks better in rainbow, and I was a full-on rainbow girly until I started making things in pastel, and it's been very interesting to see how many of you guys, when you visit the shop, also think the same thing. The pastel range has been selling so well, and I'm so happy to give you guys some choices. And I think I may have been swayed to the pastel side permanently, which is fine by me. I love pink. I'm sure you guys can tell that by the look of my website, but I love pink. I always felt like I wasn't a girly girl enough girl to love pink as much as I do when I was younger, and now that I'm 40 and an adult, I've decided I really don't care what people think of me or my choices of colour. So my whole house is pink in some way. In every room I even have a pink staircase, which makes me very happy. Here we go. Yes, I think I'm happy with the size of these tiny tabs. It's looking okay so far. I think you could use them in any A6 size. No, but obviously you can use them in the cousin as well. That's absolutely fine if you want really tiny tabs. Or to be able to put 2 sets side by side. I'm not sure you'd be able to get them all in, but it's definitely, if you squidge them along a little bit, then that should work too. But it's all down to personal preference. Here we go, May, my birthday month. which is green and not pink. I don't suppose I thought that through, but it does look sort of matches up with the Hobonichi cousin and the Hobonichi colours. That's what I'm trying to say, not the cousin. This isn't a cousin, this is an original. So green is just good for me. I like green. Green is good too. Now April is going to be a very important month for me because I'm getting married. So we are going to have a lot of people staying with us for the wedding. My partner is Australian, so we have family flying over for that, which is going to be amazing and hectic and wonderful and probably a little bit stressful, but that's okay. Because at the end of the day, we'll be married, which is awesome. Very exciting. Okay, 1st of March. Oh, gone past it. Here we go. So, still lining up the tabs as best I can to make sure that they're not sticking out too far or anything like that. So, lining them up with the edge of the page. Oh dear. There is another thing that you can do if you're really struggling to see the edges when you're placing your tabs. I know when the pages start sort of, I don't know, waterfalling down, it's a little bit hard sometimes to see where you're meant to be sticking. You could always try sticking something underneath the page. This is going to make it a little bit harder to see the rest of the tabs maybe, but something, I've got a post-it note sheet here for example, and if I were to lift up this single page, oops, and place this down, then you would be able to see the edge of your paper a lot easier by doing that. That probably would have been the sensible way to do things for me as well, but here we go, we're living on the edge. One of the reasons I decided to get a A6 Original Hobonichi was because I have never been much of a journal girl. Always been a bit of a planner girl, but not necessarily journaling. I don't write my thoughts and feelings down very often. And with getting married this year and all of the changes coming up for us, I thought it would be a good thing for me to write down my feelings and memories and how everything is going for me to look back on the year that I got married. So here we go. This is the last tab. I have actually managed to get all of them in, apart from the 2 spare ones, which I haven't done anything with yet. Oops, there we go. Brilliant. So maybe I could have spaced them out a little differently. They're not quite in the middle or even, and there are a few little white spaces, but that's okay. I'm just going to leave those. That's good enough for me. So now we just need to decide what to do with these last 2 tabs. So I thought that perhaps this red one would be really great for notes. That's why I gave it a little pencil. And then this could be for any sort of important thing, like whether you've got a tracker or like a thoughts and dreams pages, or just something that you want to find often, then that would be good for that one. So I think what I'm going to do is I am going to separate the end of my A6, because at the back we have a few, not many, but a few dot grid note pages, but then we also have the Hobonichi pages where you've got your timetable, graph paper, top 100s, favourites, that sort of thing, the Hobonichi standard pages. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate 2 out, and I'm going to start by putting this little pencil tab near the top up here. I'm thinking about there. Yeah. It's probably roughly in line with the other red tab. And again, check. Always check. You've only got one page trapped in there, otherwise you'll lose some of your precious note paper. And let's have a think. Maybe I could use, yeah, I think I'll use the blue one to separate where it goes into the Hobonichi pages, just in case I ever have an idea for what I want to use them for. I'm a mum, so and I work from home, so I don't have much use of a timetable for myself. My children are home educated, so we don't have school timetables to keep track of or anything. So let me think. Maybe I could line it up as if we were following the same rules as before. So I think, yeah, roughly there, ever so slightly covers the end of the N on Sunday, but that's okay. Still don't know what I'm going to use those pages for. I have seen people talking about the graph paper though, and using it to keep track of the weight of your planner through the year. You get 2 in the smaller planner. I think you only get 1 in the cousin, which I thought that was a great idea, like when it's new and it's naked, as opposed to when it's stuffed full of stickers and it's all heavy. So that's my tiny tabs stuck on there. I think I'm happy with that. I think I made the right choice to have them bright, because it shows off the 2 different options that we've got, so if people ever want to see, I can show them. Now I have a bunch of stickers. Most of them are actually from my shop, or at least designs from my shop that I've made bigger, but this one I got a new hamster this month, and so this came with an order of hamster seeds and sprays that I bought for Edna, and I just thought it was so cute that it needs to be on my planner for this year. So what I'm thinking is, oh, and this will be my new name after we've married. I didn't want to put my current name on there because, well, I'm an optimist. I've got a feeling this is all going to work out, so I'm going to put this on there early. And then I've got a little planner. I made this since I drink coffee for your protection. I feel that that's very true. I've always got a coffee in hand. In fact, there is one right here. Cannot live without coffee. I even have a kettle in my office and a little tiny fridge so that I don't have to go downstairs for a coffee or beg one of my loved ones to bring one for me, which is nice. I think maybe if we layered those 2, I think I can use these ones on the back, but I think that could work, although I kind of feel like I should cut a little bit of Lily off. That sounds almost sacrilegious, but I feel like it would be really nice if she was just peeking over the edge of the planner there. So maybe I should start with her. I am rubbish with peeling off die cut stickers, so I've kiss cut mine with an edge. It's terrible to admit, isn't it? Planner girl with no sticker skills, but here we are. Now let's see if I can line you up with that black line along there. I feel like that's a good fit. And then I'm going to grab, maybe I shall grab this. I don't know if you've got one of these before, seen them used. This is a slice tool, and it's got a ceramic blade on the end, which means that it doesn't cut skin, but it is pretty good at cutting paper. And I have no skills with scissors. my hand-eye coordination isn't the best, and I do really enjoy using this. So I'm going to take this and carefully try to cut the excess off. Let's have a look. Did we make it almost all the way through? Yes, we did. Nice. Okay. A little pointy end on the end there, but that's fine. We'll rub that in. There we go. And then we have a nice peeking lily sticker. That's perfect. Now this is the bit, I think this is just a die cut. Yes, it seems to be. I don't think this is a sticker at all, but let's have a look and see. This is the bit where I ruin it. Oh, might be sticker, you know. It is. Brilliant. Wow, what thick backing paper for a sticker. Okay, so let's have a look. I think probably there. It's just underneath where it says Techo. I like that. That's awesome. And then of course we do need my name. I'm going to layer my name over the top, or my future name. Although I did get asked if I was Mrs. Smith today in the doctor's surgery, so I said almost. We're almost there, not long to go now. Love that. Okay, and then the coffee drinking. Let's have a look. My machine went a bit crazy at the end and gave me this extra large outline at the back. I have no idea why. But the rest of the sticker I'm pretty happy with, so I think this is going to be fine. There we go. That's very me. Okay, let's turn over and let's see if we can squish everything else on. I liked this one, which is more of a Hobonichi Weeks style planner, but I just thought it was super cute. And then let's have a look. We've got some bunting. Maybe we could put the bunting underneath, or maybe at the top there. We want an oh hello. I suppose we could stick the pen in there. I love mild liner pens. Do we want it that way around? Or that way around? Decisions. Oh, I like that better. Okay, let's go from the bottom, since we're not layering these ones. We'll just stick that down there. Perfect. And then, no, to get my spacing right, I'm going to start with this one. Perfect. This is quite a large sticker. Oh dear. Like I said, if you've only recently stuck them down, they are a little bit easier to get up than when they've been on there for months and months. But you can use a little bit of heat to try and soften the residue. Sometimes they'll be easier to pick up after that. Or there is a product I was talking to my friend Bethany about the other day called Undo. I think it's called Undo, which is like this strange bottle of liquid that you just sort of pour all over your stickers, and it removes the stickiness, and then you place them down on a reusable sticker book or somewhere to dry, and once they have dried they are still sticky, which I think is fascinating how that works. It makes it unsticky and then sticky again. Weird and wonderful invention. It's a little bit expensive, but oh man, if you've got something stuck where it doesn't need to be, that's what you need. That sounds ruder than I intended, but let's go with it. And then the final one. Oh, you poor thing, you've got one left out. I'll have to see if we can find somewhere for you. Awesome. Okay, are we happy with that? I think so. Yes. I mean, you can stick stickers over this bit, but I just chose not to. I think it looks good. Right, so let's move you out the way. I got myself the A6 Midori MD notebook cover. I was told that this one fits, so I am hoping that this one fits. We will see. There we go. I've got a Midori cover on the cousin as well, so that went well. I'm hoping this does as well. It looks like it's going to fit though. Right, okay, so the way that I found was easiest to get the plastic cover on the cousin was to bend these back covers back, which I know feels awful. Feels like breaking the book, breaking the spine of a reading book. It's not quite as bad as that, but it does help get them in. Ooh, perfect fit. Okay, and then flip over to the back. And again, deep breath and bend. And then we'll just slide you in. Oh, perfect. And ooh, yes, it fits. That's a really good fit. It's not too snug. Doesn't quite lay flat, but I imagine as it warms up, it probably will. Perfect. So, I'm not done yet. There's one more thing I bought from Amazon. I bought the dark green cover from Hobonichi. Sorry for the plasticky noises there. Oh, horrible. So this is their own covers. It's the first time I've opened this. Oh, cute. Okay. Two little pink bookmarks and oh, okay, we have some instructions. Brilliant. I will read those later. The great thing about these covers is that they fit even when you've got the plastic cover on. So we shall just pop you in the back there. It's me saying that you fit. Oh no, you do. There we go. Perfectly. And you can put your cover in here, but I think I quite like being able to see the cover every time I look at it. Let's be honest, it's got the name, and that's mostly what we're excited about this year, so I think that will make me smile, being able to see it. Okay, and then the cool thing about these is the way to keep them closed is these two pen loops that you thread your pen through. This is a Sharpie S Gel, which is one of my favourite pens for planning in. But yeah, I'm very happy with how we've set it up. I'm thrilled with the tabs. I think they really help being a smaller size than the other ones. So yeah, that's it, everybody. That's my first ever YouTube planning video, or at least planner setup video. I hope you like it, and if you'd like to see some of the sticker designs that we've got in our store, if you want to get your own tiny tabs or regular tabs, then please come and visit our shop. It's dorkyplannergirls.com. Everything is on there. So thank you very much for watching. Bye.